So there are one or two topics left to complete this module. Okay, so let us finish this. And okay. So one or two topics are left in the module 4. Let us try to complete. And so I want to say something to everybody. So as everybody is from this section is EC section, so I would like to say that. So this network theory or circuit theory, this subject is very important to you, because if you want to work in core or in your domain in future, then you should know the basics, and you should be perfect with the concepts of the network theory and circuit theory. Okay, so you don't have in your course. So in basic electrical engineering, you have studied some concepts about network theory or circuit theory, but in this course, all the concepts are not included. What a circuit theory subject should have not been included. Okay, some things they have you have studied in your BEE. Okay, that's fine, but you should, so whatever the total concepts you have studied in BEE, and here, so this topic should be clear to you. Okay, because you should have idea about theorems, network laws. Okay, and how to design networks, how to solve the network equations. So you should have basic ideas. Okay, because when you're dealing with the complex networks, like if you are designing anything on integrated circuits or separate circuit for particular application, you should know all the laws, right? You should know how to analyze a circuit. You should know what are your inputs, outputs. Okay, so all these things will be clear if you know the fundamentals of basic elements. Okay, that's what they have included in your first year about fundamentals like RLC, series, parallel. Okay, those should be studied in detail, right? Okay, anyway, that's fine. So let us continue with our course. It is in fourth module, that is synthesis of network. Okay, we had realization of network. So we are designing networks. Okay, so far we have seen driving point function, and we are in the previous classes we have designed circuit for driving point function as well as transfer function. Transfer function means output upon input, V2 upon V1. So I've discussed RC ladder and LC ladders. Okay, so if the transfer function is given to you, transfer function means how V2 of S upon V1 of S is given to you. So we are trying to implement the transfer function with RC ladder and LC ladder. Okay, so RC ladder, we have seen three cases I told you. Okay, RC means it will have only negative real roots. Okay, real zeros or real poles. So we have considered three cases where, okay, low pass filter, high pass filter, and band pass filter. Okay, based on the given transfer function. And one topic was left in RC ladder. Okay, so where in the numerator, if you have real zeros. Okay, if the zeros are negative real values. Okay, because obviously for RC network, both poles and zeros are real, and they lie in the left half of the S plane. Okay, so negative real poles. Okay, so we have seen three different cases for RC ladder, but if a transfer function is given in this form, okay, that is if the zeros are non-negative, okay, non-zero, sorry, if the zeros are non-zero and they are real, okay, the zeros are non-zero and they are real, okay, negative real values. Okay, in such case, how to realize the network or how to synthesize the network? Okay, so this is a method procedure where you have to follow this procedure to get the to design the circuit if the transfer function is given in this way. Okay, so if you see this transfer function v2 of s upon v1 of s, so the numerator two zeros are there, in the denominator two poles are there. So I have taken it for considering the next problem. So in general, you may have n zeros, m poles. Okay, in that way. Okay, s plus z1, z1, z2 are zeros, p1, p2 are poles. Okay, just a minute. Okay, fine. So z1, z2 are negative negative real values, p1, p2 are poles. Okay, now what is a common thing? So in the previous case also, for other transfer function case also, we have selected q of s, capital Q of s. So, okay, so here also you have to select capital Q of s. And what are the conditions for selecting capital Q of s? So its zero should be interlacing. Okay, so we are selecting s plus q1, s plus q2. Okay, as capital Q of s, and this capital Q1, capital Q2 should be interlacing with the P1 and P2. Okay, in this condition we know. Okay, so transfer function is P of s upon small q of s. This Z1 is small q of s upon capital Q of s. Okay, so up to here it is known to us. Okay, we have studied earlier. Now, right, just a minute. I think connection is lost once again. Okay, right, it's fine. Okay, so now, so this is your driving point function Z11. Okay, Z11 will be your this thing upon whatever the capital Q of is selected, right? So up to here it is same, right? So now we got this thing up to here, but in this transfer function we have two zeros. Okay, so what we are going to do is in this method to realize this kind of transfer function. So after this step, okay, so what we are doing is, so the zeros of Z11, what are the zeros of Z11? It is P1 and P2. Okay, Z11 is a driving point function. Okay, so zeros of Z11 are P1 and P2. Zeros of T of S are Z1 and Z2. Okay, so the zeros of Z11, P1 and P2. So zeros of Z11, P1 and P2 has to be moved to the zeros of T of S. Okay, because we have zeros, these are our zeros of our transfer function, whereas here our zeros are P1 and P2. So the zeros of Z11, P1 and P2 has to be moved to the zeros of T of S. Okay, that means up to Z1 and Z2. Okay, this is done by subtracting constant from Z11. Okay, so we don't want these zeros. Okay, simply we don't want these zeros, we want these zeros. Okay, so to obtain that, we are subtracting some constant from Z11. Okay, we are subtracting some constant from Z11 to get this transfer function. Okay, to get these zeros. Okay, in the numerator. Okay, we are subtracting some constant. So what is the value of that constant? If you are subtracting from Z11, what is the value of that constant? That is obtained in this way. Okay, the constant is obtained by substituting the values of, okay, right, so the constant is obtained by substituting the values of zeros. Okay, so that means if you want, so our pole is this, right? Let us say our zero in Z11 is this. Okay, we have to convert this into these zeros. Okay, that is done by subtracting some constant. So in that case, whatever the constant value, that is nothing but the constant is obtained by substituting the values of zeros. Okay, Z1 and Z2. whatever the zeros are there in your transfer function, that value you have to substitute in Z11. Okay, because our Z11 is this, our transfer function is this. Okay, so we have to move one of the zero to this, let us say Z2. Then we have to subtract some constant from Z11, and that constant can be obtained by substituting S equal to minus Z2 in Z11. Okay, S equal to, let us say I took it for Z1. Z1 is the first zero, Z2 is the second zero of transfer function. And if I substitute in Z11, I will get some constant. Similarly for Z2, K is obtained by substituting. Okay, to get Z2 in the numerator, of driving point function, we have to subtract some constant. That constant is obtained by substituting S equal to minus Z2 in K11 in Z11. Okay, so now if you have subtracted some constant from this, right? So Z1 from Z11 you have subtract, you have subtracted some constant. Then that's then you have to add that, because your transfer function, your Z11 is this. So that's constant is realized by resistor in series. Okay, that constant is realized by resistor in series. Okay, so that means first thing is you will have resistor, right? So first try to understand the concept. Just listen to me when I start speaking, when I start explaining the problem, you will understand. Okay, so you have subtracted some constant that is realized by resistor. Okay, now coming to next step. Okay, up to here it is done. So next step is, so we have subtracted the constant, and then we will have that zero in the numerator. Okay, then you have to use FASTER2 method. Okay, so you have to use FASTER2 method in RC. If you remember what was FASTER2 method, you will have RC in RC series elements in shunt branches. Okay, like you will have RC in shunt. Okay, so you have to use FASTER2 method to realize the network. Okay, so this is after doing after getting 1 0 in the numerator, you have to use FASTER2 method. After that, again you have to subtract one more constant from the remaining remaining impedance function to get next to zeros, and then again you have to use FASTER2 method. So finally your network will look like this. Okay, this first resistor is nothing but whatever the constant you have subtracted by substituting this first zero value. Okay, and after by using FASTER2 method you will get RC branch. Okay, and similarly again next zero. Okay, suppose you have two zeros in your transfer function, your network will end like this. Okay, first zero is to realize by subtracting this constant resistor. Second zero is realized, and second zero is obtained in the numerator of Z11 by subtracting this constant, which is realized this. After that, you are again using FASTER2 method to get the RC, right? So if you have two zeros, your network will end like this. Okay, so that is the okay. So let us see one problem. You will understand this. Okay, so here transfer function is given to you. So if you see this transfer function, this is different from what are the different RC cases we have seen. Okay, so in this transfer function, you in the numerator you have two zeros. Okay, so this is neither a band pass or a low pass or high pass. Okay, so you in the numerator you have two zeros. Let's see what are the two zeros. Z1 is minus 7.82 and Z2 is minus 3. You have two zeros. One zero is minus 3, one zero is minus 7.82. Okay, right. So this is by looking at the real poles and real zeros. You have to, first step is this network will be implemented only by RC, right? No L will come, because the poles and zeros are negative. The poles and zeros are real and they are present in the left half of the S plane. Okay, so only this function can be implemented only by RC, right? So whatever the combination, so the combination will be like this: RC, R, RC, R, RC. How we will see, right? So these are two zeros, and your poles are 2 and 5. That is minus 2 and 5. So Q of S. Okay. Our next step is to select Q of S. Okay. So we are selecting interlacing. So you have 2 and 5. I am selecting 1 and 3. Okay. Here you have 2 and 5. I am selecting 1 and 3. Okay. Then your driving point function will become Z11 is nothing but this thing, S plus 2 into S plus 5 upon S plus 1 into S plus 3. Okay. Right. So this is your driving point function. Right. Now what is the next step? Next step is, so here zeros of the Z11 are 2 and 5, whereas zeros of the transfer function are 3 and 7.82. So we have to move the zeros. Okay, we have to create in this Z11, we have to create these zeros. Okay, we have to create these zeros. That is, in the numerator we should get S plus 3 and S plus 7.82. Okay, so that is called zero shifting technique. Okay, whatever the method I have explained earlier, that is called zero shifting technique. Okay. Right. So now here you can see zeros of Z11 are minus 2 and 5. Okay. Now these zeros have to be moved to Z1 and Z2. Right. So what are our Z1 and Z2? Minus 7.82 and minus 3. We have to move this minus 2 minus 5 to this Z1 and Z2. So first thing I am moving minus 5 to minus 7.8. Okay. First 0. Right here, first 0 is minus 5. I don't want minus 5. I want to move it to minus 7.82. Okay. Right. So this is done by what? How we are moving that? So I have explained you. We have to subtract some constant. So what is that constant value? So that constant value is nothing but you have to get that constant by substituting S equal to minus 7.82. Okay. To create that zero, to whatever the zero you want, that zero value has to be substituted in Z11. Okay, so I want zero is minus 7.82. So I have to substitute S equal to minus 7.82. Okay, S equal to minus 7.82 in Z11 to get that constant. Okay, so if I substitute in Z11 here, S equal to minus 7.82, substitute that, you will get 0.5. Okay, you will get 0.5. Now this K has to be subtracted from this Z11 to get this minus 7.82 in the numerator, right? So this was your Z11. I'm subtracting K. Okay, so if I subtract this, then this will be your simplification. After simplification, and if you take the roots of this quadratic equation, so you will get this S plus 7.82, S plus 2.17. Okay, S plus 7.82 and S plus 2.17, and denominator it is S plus 1 into S plus 3. Okay, if you see, observe, we have converted Z11. Okay, we have got 1 0 of the transfer function in the Z11 dash. Okay, so what was 1 0? S plus 7.82. So we have got that in Z11 dash. Okay, by subtracting this constant. Okay, now you have subtracted this constant, right? But this can be added by resistor. So you have to start with the resistor of 0.5. You have to start with the resistor of 0.5, right? That is plus minus 0.5 means plus 0.5. So you have to start with the resistor of 0.5. Okay. Okay. Now then this is your Z11 dash. Okay, so you got this thing. Okay, you got this thing by subtracting minus 0.5. Now plus 0.5, you if you add resistor of 0.5, then you have compensated. Now this transfer function, you can proceed from this. Okay, you can proceed from this. You have added resistor of 0.5. Okay, now this is your transfer function Z11 dash. Now after this, what I have told you to do, So from here, FOSTER2 method you have to implement. Okay, first, what is FOSTER2 method? The FOSTER2 method is for admittance, right? If you remember FOSTER1, KR1, KR2, it is for impedance. FOSTER2, it is for admittance. Okay, that means we are getting the parallel circuit admittance. So y z11 dash is this, y11 dash will be just reciprocal of this, and you will get this thing. Okay, s plus 1 into s plus 3, s plus 7.82, s plus 2.1. Okay. So this is your y11 dash, right? Now, so remember this, we got up to here, and we will implement this transfer function with FOSTER2. Okay, and the constant 0.5 which we have subtracted earlier, okay, is realized by series resistor. Okay, right. Now y11 dash we got this. Okay, I've substituted same here, but now I'm starting FOSTER2 method. If you remember FOSTER2 method in RC, okay, so by divide by s on both sides, you will get this thing. Okay, so after that, take partial fraction of this. Okay, just separate whatever the zero, we have converted. That is s plus 7.82. Okay, now this 0 is in the denominator because we have taken admittance. Okay, so we have taken admittance, that's why it came into the denominator. Okay, now now this 0 is this, separate this using partial fraction. Okay, just substitute this value, and the remaining two terms will be your s and s plus 2.17. Okay, s and s plus 2.17 and s plus 7.82 you got. Just you know how to get the partial fraction, and here you will get this term, right? Now this is your y11 dash upon s. So s take to that side. Okay, and what will happen? So here you will get s. Okay, here you will get s, and here this s will be cancelled. So you will be left over with this thing. Okay. Now y11 dash is this. Okay. Now this first term can be realized with RC in shunt. Okay. If you remember FOSTER2 method, you can check. It is alpha I by s into s plus pi. Alpha I by. Okay. So alpha I by s, you can check, right? So it is in this form, FOSTER2. So it is nothing but RC in shunt. Okay, if you remember, Ri value was FOSTER2 method, you can check 1 by alpha I, Ci was alpha I upon Pi. So this you can get it. Ri is 1.1 this thing, and Ci is this upon this, right? Then you will get R1 and C1, 0.67 and 0.19. Okay, so this part is over. Okay, so next we are left with, so initially 0.5 resistor we have. Now this thing we have realized with this R and C, right? 0.67 and 0.19. Okay, 0.19. Okay, now next, so this thing will be left, right? So this is admittance. Okay, so if I write in impedance, it will be reciprocal. So that's why it is s plus 2.17 upon 0.512 into s plus 1.5. Okay, so we are not done with the problem. Up to here we have this impedance function. Okay, this impedance function, right? So we have converted, we have transferred. Okay, zero shifting. Okay, we have shifted 1 0 of z11 to the 1 0 of transfer function. Okay, now we have to shift it to other 0. Okay, so what was the other 0 of the transfer function? 3, s equal to minus 3. Okay, s equal to minus 3, we have to shift it because there is no s equal to minus 3 here. Okay, in the driving point function, so you have to shift it. Okay, so if you shift it, how to shift it? Again same thing, right? So we have to subtract some constant from this. So what is that constant value? That constant can be obtained by substituting s equal to minus 3. Okay, s equal to minus 3, because that's where we have to shift it. S equal to minus 3, we have to substitute and get the constant value. So if you substitute here, this is your z11 dash, substitute s equal to minus 3. Okay, then you will get that constant. So 1.08. Okay. So if you subtract this constant, okay, now this 1 point, what you are subtracting this 1.08, okay, then you can you have to add resistor in series. Okay, right? So you are subtracting 1.08. As soon as you subtract, you will get s plus 3 in the numerator. Okay, now we have shifted it to second 0. Okay, s plus 3 we got it in the driving point function, okay, as 0, right? Now you got this. Okay, after getting this same thing what we are doing here, you have to add 1.08 resistor in series. Okay, and from after this just reverse it, take the admittance and apply faster 2 method. Okay, faster 2 method is this. The first you have to divide by s. Okay, so this is the impedance. So if you take reciprocal admittance, you will get this thing. Okay, right, just 1.0.808 and divide by s, and faster 2 method, divide by s. Okay, so take the partial fraction of this by substituting, you will get this thing right hand side. Okay, now just multiply s to the right hand side, you will get here 0.615 s, and here this s will be cancelled. So you got this thing, right? Again it is admittance. Okay, that's why you have to, it is RC in series, but it is admittance, so it will be in shunt. So same thing, R2 1 by this thing CI is 0.6153 upon 3. You will get this thing faster 2 method. Okay, right, and admittance you have 0.615. That means this is a resistor constant, but value will be 1 by 0.615 because this is admittance, we are implementing impedance. So up to here we have seen, okay, previously 0.5, 0.67, you can see 0.5, 0.67, 0.19 we have seen, and again this we are realizing. Okay, 0.5, 0.67, 0.19. So that remaining impedance function which was in the bracket, which was in the box, we have realized with by shifting 0 to s equal to -3, and we got this resistor 1.08. Okay, 1.08, and after shifting we have applied faster 2 method, so we got two terms, right? So this was this is again called resistor. Okay, because this admittance resistor, so you are writing impedance, so 1 by 1 by 0.615. If you do, you will get resistor here. Okay, and this was your second RC combination, right? So 1.62 and 0.20. Okay, 1.62 and 0.20. Okay, so this completes your realization of realization of transfer function which has negative real values. Okay, transfer function whose zeros are negative real values. Okay, so you can see, right? So you got this up to here we have realized. Okay, so in this above method, so just a minute. Okay, right up to here, so this is, you can see how is this network, how is the network structure. If you see, initially you have a resistor because you're subtracting constant. Again you are following faster 2 method, you have this is for first 0, and for shifting first 0, and for shifting second 0 again you're subtracting constant. Again faster 2 method you are applying, you got this, right? And finally you are left with resistor. Okay, so you are shifting 2 zeros, so that's why your network is up like this, and finally you got constant here. Okay, which is admittance. So it is 1.62, right? Because 1 by we have to take, right? Because impedance, right? So we got this thing. So here if you see the k, talking about k you can realize, suppose in the given function if there is a k, there is a k here, k multiplied, that k can be obtained by comparing the transfer function, this transfer function, and whatever the network transfer function you have here, v2 upon v1, you can take and compare, get the k value, right? So this is one way of realizing. the negative real zeros, okay, negative real zeros, right? And it is not like this is the only way, right? So you can, for the same given transfer function, you can realize in other way, right? How? Just instead of having RC shunt branches, you can have RC in RC parallel branch in series. Okay, so faster one method. Okay, RC both are in parallel, but they are present in series. Okay, whereas resistor will be in shunt. Okay, will be in parallel. So this so whatever the method I told you, that is for this thing. Okay, you have seen, and you can realize the same transfer function in this way, but the method will be different. So what you have to do is, instead of, right, so here it is given, so to get this structure, in the above method, if the constant k is removed from y22 instead of z11, okay, so we are subtracting in the previous so whatever method I told today, we are subtracting from z11 impedance. Instead of that, if you are subtracting from admittance, okay, and after subtracting that constant from admittance and taking the reciprocal of that and using faster one, then you will get impedance, and then you, if you use faster one method, you will get in this fashion. Okay, so that is a difference. Okay, so but the problem, the numerical which is given in the textbook and which I took is for impedance, right? So that's why we have, if you subtract constant from impedance, you will get in this fashion. Okay, R RC R RC, right? Whereas for this, to get this thing, you have to, that is RC parallel R RC parallel R. To get this, you have to subtract the constant from y2, okay, admittance, and then you take the reciprocal, then you get impedance and use faster one form, you will get this thing, right? Right. So this is one way, and this is also another way, but combination of this thing and this thing is also possible. Like initially you will have resistor and RC shunt, and afterward parallel RC, and again resistor. That is also possible. Like one branch will be this and one branch will be this. That is also possible. Okay, how is that? We are going to see by next example, right? So if you take, so this technique is called zero shifting technique. This technique is called zero shifting technique. Okay, so now take the transfer function. So let us see one more examples to get the, to realize the network in such a way that one branch you have like this and one branch you have like this. Okay, let us see. So this is a transfer function given. Okay, that is s plus 2 into s plus 7 into s plus 2 into s plus 7 divided by s plus 3 into s plus 6. Here, if you see, all the roots are, okay, zeros and poles are negative real values. Okay, negative real values. So it is RC. First thing is, so we can implement this transfer function only with RC ladder. Okay, that is the first thing. So what are the zeros? Zeros are -2 and -7. Okay, and poles are 3 and -3, -6. Okay, now to realize this, okay, it is RC ladder. To realize this, just follow the method I told you. Okay, so previous method only, but slight changes. It will be choose Q of S. Okay, we have to select Q of S. Okay, so what is that Q of S? It should be interlacing. S plus, so 3 and 6 are there, so interlacing. So I will select 1 and 4. Okay, 1 and 4. If you change Q of S, entire design will change. Okay, so that depends upon you. Okay, so I can select here not only 1 and 4, I can select 2 and 5 also. S plus 2 into S plus 5 also I can select. Okay, again you will get different design, right? That we have seen. If we change Q of S, element values will change. That we have seen. Okay, so here Q of S, capital Q of S, I am selecting as interlacing. So 1, S plus 1 and S plus 4. Okay, this we have selected. So then your Z11 will become small q of s upon capital Q of s, that is s plus 3 into s plus 6 upon s plus 1 into s plus 4. Okay, this is your z11, right? So up to here it is, we are done. Now what is a method here? Here we are using zero shifting method. Okay, that means here what are our zeros? 3 and 6. But what are the zeros in given transfer function 2 and 7? So we have to shift these zeros to this. Okay, right. So first of all, creating zero. So here, remember these two transfer function zeros are -2 and -7. So we have to create that, right? We have to get that zeros in the numerator of z11, right? So let us create first zero, same thing. So z equal to -7. To get that zero, what we are doing, we have to subtract constant from this. Okay, z11. Okay, we have to subtract some. We have to do something to this to change its zeros. To change its zeros, we have to do something to this transfer function. Then only it can change, right? So we are subtracting some constant. That constant is given by, right? So that constant is given by, you have to substitute s equal to -7, whatever the zero you want, you are creating in z11. So if you substitute that, you will get 2 by 9. Okay. So 2 by 9. Okay. Because we have to substitute z equal s equal to -7. That is the zero we are creating. Okay. Then subtract this constant 2 by 9 from z11. Okay. So if you subtract this, z11 is this, subtract -2 by 9, then you will get this thing. Okay. So after subtracting this, you can see you have created 1 0 s plus 7. Okay. And this 2 by 9 can be realized by adding a series resistor. Okay. So if you see the first, if you see the design, 2 by 9 will be your series resistor. Okay. 2 by 9 will be your series resistor. So you got this, right? So now s plus 7 you have created, right? So after getting this impedance function s plus 7, what is the next step? First I want RC shunt. That's why I'm going for faster two method. Means I have to take the admittance, right? So write this admittance, so it will be reciprocal. So s plus 7 will be down. Okay, s plus 7, s plus 22 by 7, s plus 1, s plus 4, 9 by 7. Okay. So faster two method, divide by s on both sides. Okay, divide by s on both sides and take the partial fraction. Okay, you have to separate our zero transfer function zero, that is s plus 7, and the remaining things write it. Okay, you will be left with s and s plus 22 by 7. Okay, separate it. Partial fraction, just substitute the constant. Okay, obtain the residues. Obtain the residues. These are your residues. Okay. So if you obtain that, you will get this. And now take this s to the right hand side, then you will get this thing, and here s and s will be cancelled. Okay, so this can be realized with RC in shunt. Okay, because it is admittance, RC in shunt. Okay, so RC, this will be in series, which is nothing but 1 by alpha A and alpha A upon pi. If you do that, you will get 7 by 6, 6 by 49. Okay, so up to a resistor and R1C1, we are done, right? So this part is over. Then we will be left with the impedance of reciprocal of this. Okay, that is 3 by 7 into, okay, 7 by 3 into s plus 22 by 7, s plus 12 by 7. This is admittance and this is impedance. Okay, so you can see first 2 by 9 is our series resistor, and R1 is 7 by 6, C is 6 by 49. So that is your 2 by 9, right? Constant, whatever constant you have subtracted, and this is your faster 2. Okay, so after this I want to realize a network with RC parallel, right? So I can realize with in this manner only. Okay, R RC in shunt, again R RC in shunt, but now I want to realize in RC parallel here. Okay, so for that, what I have to do? So If you want to realize continue in the same fashion, then you will again subtract constant from this and again faster 2 method. But here we have to change slightly, okay, to get this thing like faster one kind thing. What you have to do is, and you have to shift the zero also. You have to shift the zero also, right? So we are left with this, okay. Okay, this up to here we are left with this, okay. So you can realize z11 dash is this. We are left with this, okay. Now this has to be converted into RC parallel, right? So it will be in series, but R and C will be in parallel. So we have to shift it to second zero. We have shifted 1 0, that is s equal to -7. Now here we have to shift it to s equal to -2, the second zero. So we are shifting in this way. Why? Because if I need a constant. Suppose so this is our impedance function. This is our impedance function, Z11 dash. So after R and RC in shunt, I want RC in series, but that should be in parallel. That means I need some plus term here. Okay, I need some plus. Okay, plus something is there, then only I can add to the obtained network. So for that, okay, so this is our thing, 7 by 3, s plus 22 by 7, s plus 12 by 7. Okay, that is your Z11 dash. Okay, so now whatever there is only one pole, so I am removing that pole. Okay, so minus k by s plus 12 by 7, right? So I have to obtain constant k, right? So if I get this constant k, then my z this is triple dash will be in this way. Okay, z triple dash will be in this way. Okay, so what I am doing is simply z double dash, whatever this thing is there, instead of realizing by faster 2 to get faster 1 method, I am just adding a constant. I am converting this form in such a way that I get some plus some term. Okay, so plus some term. Okay, but plus that some term I am realizing in s plus 12 by 7 form only. Instead of complicating that, I am realizing denominator is same. Okay, so to get that form, I have to get that thing, I have to subtract some constant, right? So this thing, whatever this thing is there, z double dash, okay, the double dash, and we have to get the zero. Because it is shifting, zero shifting, so we have to get the zero of the transfer function in the numerator as well. Okay, so for finally, so what I want to say is I am expressing this one term as a summation of two terms. Okay, summation of two terms, and that two terms should contain, in that two terms, one term should contain zero of the transfer function. Okay, s plus 2. So that is done by this in this manner. Okay, that is you are subtracting some minus k by s plus 12 by 7. Okay, z double dash. Okay, and this is z triple dash. Okay, so this term we can realize whatever minus we are subtracting, just like if you are subtracting some constant, you are realizing by resistor. So whatever this term you are subtracting, you can realize by RC in parallel. Okay, RC in parallel. So but we have to get this constant. How to get this constant? Okay, so if you substitute in z triple dash, z triple dash should finally contain z equal to -2. So if you substitute s equal to -2, if you substitute s equal to -2, then your right side will become 0 and left side will become 0, and the right side this thing will be you have to evaluate, and this is your k by s plus 12 by 7. Okay, then finally your k will become this thing. Okay, finally your k will become this thing. Okay, so That means s plus 12 by 7. So here what is happening is, instead of substituting s equal to -2, which is our 0, which is the 0 we have to create, directly we are multiplying with s plus 12 by 7. Okay, why? Because here we are subtracting, we are dividing constant by s plus 12 by 7. Okay, so that will be simple way to understand. Okay, so in the previous case, before getting Foster 2 form, we are subtracting a constant. But how we are getting that constant? Just by substituting the required 0, and we are subtracting that constant. But here we are subtracting constant upon some s plus 12 by 7. Okay, why s plus 12 by 7 only? Because here already the function is already in s plus 12 by 7. If we take s plus 12 by 7, then that will be good, right? So k by s plus 12 by 7. Okay, so how to get this k value? Just multiply s plus 12 by 7, z double 1 1, s equal to -2. Okay, how you got this, I have explained here. Okay, not required. So s plus 12 by 7, z double 1 dash, s equal to -2. Okay, so if you substitute that, okay, that means this is your z double 1 dash, z double 1 1, s plus 12 by 7 means, if you multiply, this will be gone. Then you have to substitute s equal to -2 here. Then you will be left with this thing, 8 by 3. Okay, so your z triple dash will become this thing. Okay, z triple dash will become this thing, and if you simplify it, right, you will get this thing, right? So you are again creating 0 in the numerator, and whatever subtracted portion is there, you can realize with subtracted portion, you can realize with RC in series, because this is impedance, and this is RC parallel. Okay, RC parallel, if you remember Foster 1 method, k by s plus pi, ci is this thing, ri is this thing. So compare this thing, right? With that, you will get R2 and C2, right? So you will get 14 by 9 is your R, right? So here you can see 14 by 9, C2 3 by 8 you will get. Okay, parallel. So this thing you have realized, and you will be left with this thing, right? So actually I should call this as z triple dash was this thing. Okay, this we have already realized, right? Now see here the slight mistake, what I have done is, this is your z plus 2. Okay, s plus 2, s plus 2. Okay, this is your s plus 2. Okay, so I'm highlighting this, right? Because initially this was there. Okay, 7 by 3 into s plus 22 by 7, s plus 12 by 7 was there. We have subtracted minus 8 by 3. Okay, so we have subtracted this. Okay, right, it is correct only. So we have subtracted this. So if you take the LCM, these two terms, okay, we will be left with z triple dash this thing. So here we have created 0, s plus 2. We have created s plus 2 here. Okay, but this we have to realize this, because we have subtracted to get this s0. We have subtracted some term, we have to add it. Okay, again we have to add it. So that means this is realized with RC in series. Okay, this is a RC parallel branch, but this is impedance, so it is plus. We are adding this again to compensate this subtracted term, right? We have subtracted to get 0 at this point. Okay, whatever we have subtracted, again we have to add. Okay, so if you add this value again, so it is RC parallel, but it is in impedance, so it will be in series. Okay, so that is what I have explained, right? So finally you got one more zero shifting technique here, right? So after this again you can z triple dash. Okay, whatever z triple dash is this thing. Okay, finally second 0, s plus 2 upon s plus 12 by 7, you got this thing, right? So this again you can realize with Foster 2 method. Take the y triple dash, okay, reciprocal of this. Okay, take the y triple dash upon s, you do it, you will get this thing. Okay, so take the partial fractions, subtract this, separate the second zero, s plus 2. Okay, and transfer this s to the right hand side, you will get this thing. Okay, this will be your RC shunt. Okay, RC shunt, find out the value R and C, and this is a constant. Okay, and it is admittance, right? So 49, so we are so this is admittance 18 by 49, so it is an impedance, so 49 by 18, whereas here from here you will get RC shunt. Okay, so K can be obtained if the this K is nothing but if there is a K in the transfer function, given transfer function, that can be obtained by comparing this transfer function of this network and the given transfer function. Okay, because we are realizing this network given transfer function with this network, it means that K has to satisfy this network. Okay, so you can see here we got resistor, faster 2, okay, faster 1, faster 2, resistor. Okay, so but in both the cases, what is the common thing we are doing is we are shifting the zeros. Okay, we are shifting the zeros. That's why this technique is called zero shifting technique. Okay, that's why this method is called zero shifting technique. So if you see the how is the network structures, you can see here. If you are using if so in a whether it is this structure or other structure, as I discussed, you have to shift the zeros. Okay, so after shifting the zero, first to zero, if you are taking faster 2 method, you will get RC shunt. Okay, shifting, subtracting constant, faster 2 method, again you will get RC shunt. Okay, so if you are doing the subtracting the constant from admittance, you are getting this thing, faster 1 resistor, faster 1 resistor. Okay, and one more thing is you can take the get the combination of this by the method I explained, right? So if you see, just see the network pattern how it is here, so you can realize this negative real zeros of the transfer function in three network fashions. Okay, in 3 ways, right? So you can have RC shunt, RC shunt. Okay, this is one method. Okay, because this is a RC ladder, and you can have RC parallel R, RC parallel R, right? This way, and one more method is combination of that, which is this thing, R, RC shunt, RC parallel, again RC shunt, faster 2, faster 1, again R, because the network is ending here. Okay, so these are for the RC ladders where the poles are real values, negative real values. Suppose if you have to realize for LC ladder. Okay, so what is the first thing is, so I want you to go through this method. Okay, if possible I will discuss in the next class. So for LC ladder, how it will be? LC ladder, the poles and zeros will be imaginary, and how the if the net transfer function zeros are non-zero, right? Or for LC ladder also I discussed 3 cases. Fourth case I have not discussed, where the zeros are non-zero, where the zeros of transfer function are present. Okay, some imaginary numbers. Okay, because for LC it's whether it is zero or pole, it's a imaginary. Okay, so in that case, if you realize, you can see it's a LC, right? So L and C will be there, only L and C, no resistor for LC ladder, and the transfer function zeros and poles will be imaginary. Okay, unlike that RC ladder. So in that case, so the network takes the 3 form. Okay, that is, you can have capacitor, LC shunt. Okay, faster 2 form, capacitor, LC shunt. Okay, this is one way to realize, right? And one more way is faster 1, LC capacitor, LC capacitor, faster 1 form. Okay, or else you can have parallel combination of that, right? This is, here you have capacitor, and you can also have inductors here. Similarly, here you have capacitor here you will have inductor. Okay, so for LC ladders, for non-zero, for LC ladders, for it, so if the transfer function given has zeros, if the transfer function given has non-zero, what can I say, definite zeros. Okay, if there are zeros in the transfer function, and that transfer function zeros and poles are imaginary, then we can realize only by LC. So how to do that? These are the different structures possible, right? So this there is a problem on this. Okay, so I will explain in the next class. Okay, with that, so one more class. I need one more class to complete this, right? So just if I explain this same kind of method what I discussed today for LC ladder and the minimum phase network. Minimum phase network is a small topic, right? So if the zeros are in the right hand side, not poles, okay, then we call it as non-minimum phase. Minimum phase means everything will be in the left hand side, zeros and poles. So that is a small topic. In the next class, I will I will discuss the same method which I explained for RC ladder to LC ladder, and that minimum phase network. One topic is that with that we'll be finishing the one more. We'll be finishing the fourth module. So I need one more class. Okay, so with that I'll be finishing fourth module, and most important thing is, so this is today is Monday. Okay, so by Tuesday, that means tomorrow, I'll be finishing fourth module. So we will be having test on next Monday. Okay, so I'm informing you before 1 week. Okay, so next Monday in our regular class hours at 11:30, we will be having test on module 4. Okay, so and one more request from my side, that is I will be taking tomorrow's class. Okay, so Tuesday tomorrow you have class at 11:30. So I will be taking at 4 only. For today's class time, just like how I took today. So tomorrow also I will be taking at 4 p.m. only. So if you have any problems, you can, right. If you have any problems with the class timings for tomorrow's class, so you can come, you can talk to me. So or 5 to 6 I will take. So if 4 to 5 it is not possible, okay, I will take from 5 to 6 tomorrow. Tomorrow, just tomorrow only. After that, I will follow the routine, right? So thank you. That's all for this class. Let me take your attendance. Just stay connected, right? Okay, thank you. I mean the meeting, right?